What if we told you the world's most ambitious city is also the hottest investment destination of the decade? From golden visas to tax-free returns, futuristic infrastructure to global connectivity, Dubai is not just a dream city, it's an investment magnet. Join us as we uncover the why, the how, and the now of Dubai's booming real estate market. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, this webinar is your key to smart decisions and smarter returns. Get ready to explore Dubai, where investment meets innovation. Let's begin.
Hello, good evening, namaste. My name is Sunil, joining you live from Dubai and represent a team of Shore Real Estate. I'm here as a CEO and founder, and with my name, and I'm sure with the face, you must have already recognized that I come from India. So yes, we have been in this part of the world with family for last 15 plus years, but comes from a very humble background from a state called Rajasthan and the district called Bhilwara. So that is my India Connect. I had my complete schooling from Bhilwara, and then for engineering, I went to nearby district. I'm sure you all must have heard about Udaipur. That's also called as a city of lakes. And then was fortunate enough to work in India for around 8.5 years. So I started my journey as a graduate engineer trainee with Amul. We all know the dairy and FMCG sector. Then I worked with Reliance Industries in Gujarat, Jamnagar, and in Mumbai. And then fortunate enough again to work with Tata Group uh, with Tata Chemicals in Mumbai. So that's around first 8.5 years of corporate journey and been in this part of the wonderful world called Dubai. Before I take you to little more on shore and Dubai and then real estate, let me share you some of the lines which we keep hearing from our clients. And when I ask them, sir, what do you mean by Dubai and how you define? And all of these people who have been here for 30, 40 plus years, and even the recent one in last 10 years, uh, almost everybody says in the similar line that Sunil, Dubai has been a blessed place. So some people will say best place, very good, but then a lot of people reach to that level of blessed, and I think they really mean it. Yeah, because it's all about in cumulative. So that's the Dubai experience. Recently, I think 2 weeks ago, we were in Kolkata and we had this Dubai Property Roadshow there. We'll also have a video for that, just for you to be aware about that. And people were asking Sunil, as you have seen both parts, India as well as UAE and Dubai, how you define or what you say the major difference between this part and this part of the world. So, and in last 15 years, I've been fortunate enough to also visit 10, 12, 15 countries, different countries. And I can put again in one line that what is the main difference? In other parts of the world, whatever and wherever I have visited till now, excluding one or two places, and when you talk about this place, so in this place you are, as in we are treated as a life. Yeah, you are treated as a human being, and when we talk about treated as a life, so whatever life needs in terms of the air, light, fertilizer, whatever things it needed for life to grow, survive, thrive, and feel happy, that's the kind of ecosystem is created in Dubai. And in contrary, maybe in other parts of the world, maybe we are treated as a head count. And see the vast difference. Head count is lifeless. It's a plus one or minus one, nobody cares. And when some at some places you are treated as a life, then it's a completely different ecosystem. So that's what Dubai means to me. And we have with family. So I got two kids. One daughter is in 10 year, sorry, in grade 10. Son is in grade 4. Both are studying here in ICSE curriculum, James Modern's Academy. Coming back, yeah, and again I'll put maybe spend 30 more seconds about ecosystem here. In last 15 years, as we have been here, we haven't seen 15 seconds of light cut, 24 hours of water supply, everything is underground. Yeah, so what I'm trying to tell you is those initial the 10-20% of life's time which we spend in other parts of the world, only in the managing those basics, those are taken care of. So here you are talking about the quality of life. And then we'll also see a lot of other factors that why Dubai is becoming a magnet. So that's been from my side the live experience of being here in this part of the world. Coming to next, and when we talk about why people are talking about Dubai, yeah, and connecting on that, how sure as an agency can partner to you and can be part of your journey. Yeah, uh, it, the name itself indicates we kept the name sure with some kind of a reason, and I'll tell you why we have kept the name. But then in addition to that, we defined, so S is about service excellence, U is about understanding you, and this is very very important, and I keep telling to my own team here. So team in, we got around 15 plus people. We got 3 member marketing team back in India, so around 18 people now. So understanding you, which means the understanding of the client's requirement, is very very important. That what is the purpose, why they want to buy. Yeah, like Simon Sinek in his book said, start with why. Right. So what is the purpose? If the purpose is end use, the track may be little different. If the purpose is about investment and pure returns, the track and investment opportunities may be different in terms of even the real estate. If the purpose is investment but the rental returns, then there may be different project options for you. So instead of what we have, we push you, but what is more importantly, understand what you need and then try fitting to those options, so that who wins at the end of the day? You, because your purpose is more important. The another is R is about relationship. We all come from Asia, and I think that's a base. uh, in this part of the industry, when there are a lot of monetary transactions, and we'll see in some of the other slides, 70% of investment is coming from outside of Dubai in real estate. Yeah, so obviously this is also about the belief, but then when you have this kind of monetary inflow and transactions, the integrity becomes very very important. And that's one of the reason we kept the name as Sure. So upfront giving you that commitment, that, and we don't even talk about 99.9%. We only guide you about the good projects meeting your purpose and your requirements, and 100% transparency about. uh, and a lot of my client keep saying that, Sunil, whatever projects, because what's happening right now in Dubai is, when we came here around 15 years ago, there used to be only 20-25 developers. Today there are 500 developers in the market. And what happens is everything looks good on social media. Yeah, it looks quite confusing as well. So how to choose right products representing your interest and meets your own purpose? Yeah, that's where the agency like us comes into the picture. And for last 4 years we are into real estate, and what we have seen is, in Dubai today you have 10,000 of real estate agencies like us. Then how we can be different and how we can bring that value? And I'll tell you in very very simple one point, that we will never advise you wrong product. We will always keep you and your interest on priority. And I'll give you an example. So what happens is, suppose, like if we take an example of Godrej or DLF or Tata Housing in case of India, when you go to Godrej or those players, you will be told only good things about their projects. They will try to pitch you and buy project from you, their own kitty, right? And similarly we have perspectives here. But when you come to an agency like us, and here in Dubai, all those top 20 and top 30 players keep the price fixed. These are international prices. So suppose if you go as an individual, or your child go, or somebody else go, they will still get the property at same price. Suppose it's of 1 CR in Indian context. So 1 crore, anybody goes, it's the same price. There are no flexibility. So we normally, our 80% of transactions we do with those top 20, top 30 developers. Then 10-20% also happens with the regional context. So the value here is, you get the same price when, even when you go through us. So there is no, because in that, agency fees is covered for us by developers. So developer takes care of us. So we don't charge you any agency fees. So the important thing is, when you go to a developer, they'll sell their products. When you come through us, we'll tell you that, okay, for your requirement, these are 5 different options can be suited for you. Second value we bring on the table is, we handle your entire journey. Whatever is the purpose, from the documentation to signing the SPA, getting it managed through the developer. And more importantly is about what you want to do next. In case you are relocating here, so your golden visa and those elements, if you are planning to buy or even re-rent or resell in between. So those are the elements. It's a complete life cycle we bring on the table for you, and then we'll see on some of the slides a lot of other ecosystem which is connected from the shore side. So that's the why, and that's how we differentiate, in addition to being all other agencies, keeping your interest first. Now let's talk about Dubai. So we talked about Sunil and then Shore, and now I know by Dubai doesn't need an introduction, right? Our leadership team has created that brand pull factor, and then on the ground delivery in terms of the infrastructure, healthcare, education. Yesterday, as you all are from India, IIM Ahmedabad campus mean the facility is getting inaugurated yesterday. It was the formally announced. Our Indian team came here. There was a representation from IIM Ahmedabad. There was a leadership from Dubai team, and they announced yesterday the opening of IIM Ahmedabad. Yeah. IITs is here, so we'll talk a lot about this thing, that what's happening from Indian context here. Coming back to monetary part. So obviously, when we get attracted to anything, there are regions, right? One is monetary region, there are non-monetary regions. Monetary part, the second column of UE, if you see, everything you will see almost zero. The corporate tax is, that's also on the businesses, so not on individuals. So you don't need to worry. And that too, it started. This is the first cycle even we will be filing our corporate tax. Then you have a sales tax, which is only on the VAT component part, and that too on non-essential items. So suppose you have a food, you have education, you have a housing, yeah. So you have a healthcare. On these areas, you VAT is not applicable. So when you remember when I said it's about that ecosystem, whatever for a life is needed in a good propositions, very thoughtfully factors has been designed here. So very good. There are no capital gain tax, nothing. So it becomes a very, very lucrative market from an investment returns perspective. Yeah. Annual property appreciation rate. So what's happening in real estate, right? So when you see those comparison with top class cities, Dubai comes as a number one, and you see the delta. It's minimum of 2 to 3 times. That's where it is ranging. Yeah. So that's a property prices are appreciating on daily or on yearly basis. And if you see the trend, last 4 years, people have even 300%. We'll discuss about some of the projects wherein people have earned 300% returns. So that's what Dubai is passing through that journey. Yeah. And the second element, in addition to the property prices, your annual returns, the rental element. Yeah. So again, when I keep hearing, so last uh, time when we were in Kolkata and Guwahati for roadshow, people were saying, Sunil, here we get only 2-3%. If it's something superb location or whatever, then it comes to the 3.5 to 4%. But here, the average is 6 to 7%. And in case of commercial, sometime increases more and all. Yeah. Then the mortgage element. So a lot of people say that, Sunil, how are those interest rates compared? So that also you can see very, very competitive, and the rental returns are, so the delta is quite confident and quite comfortable for you to take a leap. On the mortgage part, I can tell you that as a resident, we are allowed and eligible for 80% of the property value. And as a non-resident, so in your case, you'll be eligible only for 50%. So that's the central bank guidelines here. But then important thing is, unlike in India, so like in India, for any of the new projects which is getting launched, I keep seeing whenever I visit Rajasthan, a lot of those HDFC, ICICI, Punjab National Bank, everybody's hoardings are there that yes, mortgage and loan home financing is there. Here, you get mortgage only on ready projects. You don't get on under construction projects. So that's, so limit is 50%, and only on the ready projects we get a mortgage here, even for us. Yeah. Now, why Dubai? So, in addition to the brand name, the ecosystem I explained, when we talk about government plans, government and Dubai has been talking about. So today it's already a sixth best city in the world, and there are a lot of those parameters has been considered. So there is plan to make it number three, and then number two and number one, the best city in the world. So that's for 2040 as a guidelines, which is for next 15 years. And when you see the first point, why you need real estate? Real estate is needed in correlation of the population increase. Till now, It was 3.3 million. Recently, it achieved 4 million. So that's 4 million UAE could achieve in last 50 years, right? And today the composition is 10% is locals and 90% are expats. You will never find this kind of a ratio and happiness quotient. So 90% people are outsiders. Still, it's very, very welcoming and extending everything to the outsiders. So for last 50 years, 3.3 to 4 million. Now, in that next 15 years, 1 5. So last 50 years, 4 million till now. Next 15 years, they are planning to almost double the size of the population, which mean you can see the housing or real estate requirements. If you see as of today, the last quarter data which suggests from government size that every day 526 new residency visa got issued, which mean around 100 families, 500, which mean 100 families. If they are planning to relocate, which mean you need 100 housing on daily basis. Out of that, let's discount 50% that those are only golden visa holders. Yeah, they have just took the golden visa but then continue to work from or stay in their own country. But still, 50 new families on daily basis, which means 50 inventory. So today, those many inventories are not coming in terms of the ready units in the market. So that's why the delta in terms of demand and supply, that's why in terms of the prices and appreciation for your property value is connected. Second element is 55. So that's about the ecosystem. Government is planning that you will have these many people staying in within the public transportation. That's about the ecosystem. Increase in hospitality, 105% of the greens, 25%. All these are about the ecosystem. I'll spend 1 minute here on 5 urban centers. What's happening here is, and in any typical city, even in India, you will find one area which is more uh, dense, more popular. You have a business houses, everything is there. People go from one area to another in morning for office, then come back to their house, and it results into the traffic. It results into the price increase in so many factors, right? So what Dubai is doing now to facilitate that 200% growth in population, they are creating 5 mini Dubai. Yeah. So you have one Dubai and then you have one Dubai here, which mean they are expanding the city, but also trying to include all the amenities from the commercial to residential to schooling, everything in one cluster. So like in a typical city, we see you have a lot of those things. City expand, but facilities doesn't get expanded in that ratio. But in Dubai, they are planning in the same ratio that everything will be in those 5 urban areas. Public transportation, they are trying to remodify and all those things. I'll talk here only on the first column, which is about the flying taxis. In the world, 9 cities it's been tried for the testing purpose, but only one city which got approval, that is Dubai. So when you see from 1st of January 26, flying taxi will be the reality. Yeah, there are already a lot of trials are ongoing even as of now. Yeah, so if you are in traffic, you will see the flying pods, yeah, nearby to you. You to take a flying taxi, takes you to the airport. So a lot of those, it's all coming in together. You will need education, you will need infrastructure, you will need earning opportunities, you will need recreational. That's Dubai, because integration is the name. Yeah, and that's what it's happening in Dubai right now. Next. And you also already think about the metro and those of connectivities is coming into the picture. Yeah. Education vision. Yeah, so those new, see, 49,000 school seats, which means something is massively being planned, right? You already have INSEAD, which is the top three management education school. It's from France. Uh, Oxford, the UK. First time they announced any single campus which is outside of UK, and they have chosen UAE. I'm sure there is a lot of reason for that. Yeah, 90% parent satisfaction. There is a every year school gets validated. Every school get a ranking. What is their level? Poor, average, good, very good, excellent. Yeah, and then you can see those ranking published online in Google and a lot of those school magnets. So basis of that, people decide which school to prefer and all. So a lot of those transparency is being factored into the environment here. I don't need to tell you about those world class infrastructure and global icons. These are very well known, so we'll not spend time here. So that's why Dubai is known for those big and best and brightest side of the world. Global sustainability we are talking about. You have a COP28 to transition net zero 2025 2050 strategy. Yeah. See, so like as I said, entire thing is happening in together. Disney World. I'm sure we as a kids and we as adults, we all have heard. I'm sure you must have visited as well. Till now in the world, you have Paris, Hong Kong, US, and those kind of places. Now from India, so like for Rajasthan, Jaipur, we have 4 daily flights. So for you, 2 hour 40 minutes. For us to any of your part of India, maybe three and a half hours. You will have a Disneyland access, Disney Park access. Yeah. Next. 25 dirham billion. Yeah. So if you see the Google or any of those research data, the for last year and even this year until H2, what are the millennial transition has happened from the world from one country to another? Most of the millionaires. So Dubai is chosen as a number one place to attract millionaires, not in terms of the percentage to the population we have. Otherwise, the data may be confusing. It's absolute number of people who have chosen Dubai as a place and they have shifted in a year. So I'm sure when all of these wealthy people and the entire world is looking to Dubai as the next place, we don't need to maybe think and do a lot of unnecessary research, but still we are discussing a lot of those logical reasons here. Yeah, like I said, Dubai is known for those tallest, biggest, and all those things. Yeah. Again, world's largest solar park, clean energy vision. We have a nuclear reactors operational here. Yeah. This is another thing they started. So a lot of those technological things are coming into the picture. Yeah. World's largest mangrove forest. Yeah. So lot of things. But coming back to the Indian investors, yeah. So you can see these are the top 5 countries. Yeah. Your neighbor is also there, but then see the potential, see the difference from the second country, and the difference India is at 2 times, and India has been a number one investing country in Dubai for last 9 years. Number one. Currently, the Indians population here is around 38% of the entire population of UAE and Dubai. Yeah. So see the delta, see the ecosystem, see the comfort for an India-based location from life and from the monetary perspective. That's why things are getting gelled in one go. On the real estate transaction part, you can see the data and it says Q2 25, so 22.5% year-on-year growth. Yeah, so see the transaction, and when I say 70% of the data and the investment is coming from outside of Dubai, which means it says a lot. Suppose you are from Delhi in this webinar, and in Delhi, if people are outside of Delhi, which means not of NCR region, but maybe from other states, if they're investing, which means something magic is happening in Delhi, right? So same you connect to the Dubai. If 70% of people who are non-resident, they are not staying in Dubai, and if they are investing in Dubai in real estate, which means something super things are happening here. Yeah, so that's where is Dubai. Yeah. Same, it reflects into sales volume, but then here I'll like to take another 1 minute of your time. So here in real estate, we talk about two category of investment. One is under construction, newly launched, so which is called here off plan, and then the second category is the secondary sale or the resale of the property, yeah, which may be the new or whatever the transactions are happening. So off plan, under construction, newly launched project, resale is the ready property. So when you see the data, around 2/3 of the people are buying into the newly launched under construction project. And the reason is very simple. Is you are sitting outside of this country and you may think that Sunil, ये तो मेरा पहला investment है, it's my first outside foray. Then it allows you to begin small, because what happens when you buy a ready property, which means you are getting a key, which means you are need to pay 100% of the property price. But on contrary, when you're buying under construction, which means it's under payment plan. Yeah, so your outlay is less, your risk is less, and the more about the returns is less. And I'll give you an example. So suppose you buy a 1 million dirham property here, and it's under the payment plan of 60/40. So here typical payment plans are like 50/50, 60/40, 70/30, which mean the first value, whatever I said 60/40, so which mean If the property construction time is 2 years, so you will pay 60% in 2 years until property gets ready, and then balance 40% is on the handover. And then normally people, they take the handover thing, and then they take a mortgage if required. So that is what is happening. In during 2 years you will pay 60%. So suppose if the property price is 1 million and the current rate is in Indian context 25, you can see. So 2.5 cr, but 1 million is the property, you are paying only 60%, which means you have paid 600,000. And suppose the property price increased, when we see the data of 10 to 15% on yearly basis, if it is increased by 25% in 2 years, which means property price became 1.25 million. So gain of 250,000 in price, and how much you invested? 600,000. So that's become your 45% returns in 2 years. So on the returns, super high. You can decide if you are a very very aggressive investors. And for today, if I see for last 12 to 18 months data for us, 70% of people have invested in off plan projects, and they have resold because they are pure investors. They are saying, Sunil, let me have 20-30% kind of a return. I'll re-exit whenever you say, and then we'll reinvest. So I have 30% of investors which say, Sunil, मेरे को तो पापा ने बोला आई नीड की, मुझे तो चाबी चाहिए, है ना? And then those 30% are here also, it says resale. That's a Dubai level. For me, it's around 30%. They are traditional investor. They have a lot of money. They want to park it, and they believe in rental returns. So it's fine. Rental returns are to the tune of 6%. So the summary is, in off plan, returns are much, much better. Investment and risk is much lower and better returns. And that's how it's happening on the ground. And that's why 66% investment is happening in this category, because people are realizing this fact. Yeah. Sales value. It also connects to the previous number, but for me, it's not about the number only. It's about the confidence. It's about the trust people and the entire world have in Dubai. And that's for me, it's about the length and breadth of this graph. Yeah. Same in terms of the sales value. ROI we already discussed. Like off-plan properties will give you much better returns. Then there are another concept about the holiday homes. We all know Dubai is becoming a very very huge touristic attractions. So in case, suppose you want to have a journey of, you buy in off-plan, you take the handover for mortgage, and you pay whatever the remaining amount through mortgage or whatever, and then you say, Sunil, I'm okay for putting it on holiday homes or Airbnb. So there are holiday home management companies here. They take your property, they enter into an agreement with you, irrespective whatever income they earn. If they may be earning 15, 18, 20%, they will agree with you for whatever 12, 14% is. You are taken care, they manage it. So that's the thing. Then you have ready properties for long term, which mean you have here 12 month of lease agreement. There the returns are around 6 to 7%. Yeah. This we already just connected about the various payment plan. Like I said, 60-40, which means you will pay only 60% in until the handover time. If it's 80-20, which means you will pay 80% until the construction time. Normally the payment plan here are 60-40, 50-50. That's a kind of a understanding is there. Yeah. Now the property buying process, it's very very simple. Yeah. Everything is barcoded, everything is digitized. Yeah. A blockchain controlled system. So on the process part, no need to worry. There are no frauds. Like I keep hearing sometime that, Sunil, my apartment got sold to two people. My land, there are still some kind of issues are going on. Yeah. But here, like it's everything is barcoded. You cannot have a option of duplicating that barcode. Each property is having the unique code. So that's on the trust and those framework part. But what is the more important thing is choosing the right property. So, like I said, and I'll repeat here, if you go to one particular developer, they'll push you only their project. Yeah. So choose a right property. That's the most important thing we have in case of this part. Another important thing is, in the same lane. If you ask me that, Sunil, what kind of filter we should have? So first I will tell you, Choose a, I will say, choose a developer, choose a location. Yeah, because if suppose a Godrej has 10 projects in India, all the 10 may not give you the great returns. Only 3 or 4 may be good in terms of the overall value proposition. So choose a developer, choose a location, choose a project, and then price and payment plan. So each of these five elements, yeah, so we say it's a five mantra. Each of these five elements should tick for a good investment, for a sound investment. So when you keep those five filters, I'm sure 80-90% of the time you will achieve your purpose: end use, investment, short term, long term, whatever. Yeah. So that's a, then second, third, fourth area was about that cycle chain, about documentation, and so on and so forth, all other things, but it's very, very seamlessly managed in case of Dubai. Off plan and all we already discussed. Uh, Golden visa. This also has created a lot of boom and vibrancy in the market. And this is my real time picture. We as a family got a golden visa in 2023. It's issued for 10 years. I'll repeat the guidelines. It's very simple. Yeah. Your property value should be 2 million dirhams. Not that you need to put or pump in 2 million in one go. Not at all. Your property value should be of 2 million. Suppose in off plan under construction you buy a 2 million property and your payment plan is 60/40. So the typically it will have a 20% or 10% kind of booking value. So if it's a 10%, which means 200,000. So in Indian context, it's around 50 lakhs. So you begin with 50 lakhs, you pay in the continue the payment plan. So once you pay 10% booking amount, there is a 4% registration charges, which is government registration charges. In case of India, it can varies 8, 9, 10%. Then it's a gender wise as well. Here it's fixed 4%. So you pay booking amount, whatever, 10, 15, 20%. You paid 4% DLD, we call it Dubai Land Department fees, DLD fees. Once this component is paid, your unit is confirmed, and then in next 3 to 4 weeks your pre-title deed will be issued. So once this 4 weeks you complete and pre-title deed is issued, then next day you can come to Dubai and start your visa process. So you remember I told you then you can come. So which means to buy the property you don't need to come in Dubai. Everything is online. Your sale and purchase agreement comes to you for signing. The booking and reservation form comes to you for signing there. So it takes around 3-4 weeks. The pre-title deed issued. Next day you come to Dubai, and the process is very simple. It's a tree mechanics. If you bought a property on your name, your entire family, in terms of the parents and the spouse and kids, everyone gets covered. So it should be the close blood relationship. So in this journey your brother and sisters are not included. Yeah. But if father applies or take the property in their name, then entire wife and all the kids including brothers sisters are captured. So that part you will need to see that who should be the property owner in terms of the name, and then it can be the tree mechanics. It takes around 4 to 5 working days to get your golden visa. Yeah, because it involves, you need to be physically in the country because it has a biometrics, it has a medical process and all. So once you suppose you come on Monday, by Friday evening you can go back with the golden visa, 10 years. You don't need to apply the visa again. This is linked with the real estate property visa. So in case suppose you resell the property in between, because that property is linked to the golden visa, they'll give you 30 days of grace time. Yeah, if you are reinvesting that money in other property, it's fine. Then that visa can be attached to that property. But if you are not investing that money, or you are withdrawing and you are reinvesting in share or whatever, then you will lose the golden visa status because it was linked to the real estate investment of 2 million. Yeah. So that's a summary, and that's a connect, because sometimes people ask question ki Sunil, we take the property, we apply for golden visa, after 1 month we get in 5 days, next day can I surrender my visa? So no. Obviously when government brought that framework, they must have had some checks and balances, right? So that's how it is. Okay. Yeah. Choose your tier, step into luxury, and make your Dubai as an address. Yeah. So, what are the options are there? I think this is a very good slide for every one of you to be aware. Typical prices are, so it starts from a studio apartment. So, studio is around like 399 square feet, kind of average size. And in let me give you context here. It's a net internal sizes. Unlike in India, we have super built up in those structures which becomes 30%, 40% less sometime. Here it's a net carpet area. Yeah. So around 700,000. It's not 15.8 CR, it's 1.58 CR. I think it's some kind of a typing error. Yeah, that's a kind of a average size and price. One bedroom apartment size is on an average is around 750 square feet. It ranges until 1000 square feet. Yeah, so the average price is around 1.1, 1.2 million. Then you have two bedroom apartment. Our starting price is that the average size is around 1200 square feet. It starts with 1050 but range until 15, even 200, 2000 square feet. Then you have three-bedroom townhouse, then you have four-bedroom villas, and so on and so forth. Dubai investment opportunity is from 700,000 dirhams to 600, 700 million dirhams. Mr. Ambani, who has bought the villa, that was for 600 million. And recently, Mr. Sunil Mittal, and they have also bought the mentions of 400 million here. Yeah. So that's a scope and canvas for us to play. Yeah. Now, we are okay that, okay, Sunil, sab theek thak hai, what's next? So these are, like I said, Dubai is expanding. Every we You must have heard about Dubai is bringing the world's largest airport. So a lot of ecosystems are happening across the part of Dubai. Yeah, from south side. So that's an area we are calling Dubai South. That's where the world's largest airport is coming up. You already have a lot of projects from Imar to Dubai South, Damak, Azizi. Everybody has brought the project there, so that's becoming a very hot spot in the years to come. Al Furjan is the place where we stay. This our office is in Al Furjan. If you have heard that shopping mall called Ibn Battuta, there was also a famous song with this. Just attached to that shopping mall, there is a commercial tower of Ibn Battuta. We also have three floor here dedicated to Amazon. So our office is on 11th floor. So that's the area. And you remember I talked about a project which has given 300% returns to the investor in last 3 years. So when you type in Google, just type Muruj Al Furjan. Al Furjan is already written MUROOJ, Muruj. Yeah. So that project has given that kind of an returns to the people. So what I'm trying to tell you, this is one of the hotspot. This is the only area in entire Dubai, and I'll repeat, only area which has every context from metro to Mandir. So it has a metro line which connects to the downtown, and this side another expo location. Second, you have a school, you got a hospital, you got a shopping mall, you got a temple, the only temple of Dubai. Yeah, it's here for last 3 years now. You have IKEA here, so and it's a residential community for last 20 years. I've been fortunate. We have been staying in the same area called Discovery Gardens for last 15 years. And recently we bought a townhouse in a project called Jabal Ali Village. It's again by Nakhil. So this area, it takes on almost everything from a good investment and also for a residential purpose. Yeah, but then obviously there are a lot of other areas as well. Medan, another area, it's towards downtown, 15-20 minutes in that location. You have a lot of good developers, has a good potential because it's not that only one area. So like Dubai wants to expand in all the directions. So every ecosystem is being built. So Medan also brings you and presents you good opportunity. Dubai Island. So if somebody dream and want to live that waterfront lifestyle, obviously it's little expensive, around 2,400 dirham per square feet kind of a price now, but it has a huge potential to grow. Yeah. Then your Dubai Land Department it's recently started developing. The prices are still comfortable there, but has a good potential again. Maritime city, it's also in the kind of a center of the city towards a coastal area, but again a very good vibrant location, and there are good developers as well. This is how the typical Dubai map look like. So when you see on the waterfront side, you have a Dubai Island on near to Sharjah on the left hand side. Then you have Palm Jumeirah, and then you have must have heard already about Palm Jabal Ali. And then on the right hand side, you will see all other areas. So from between Palm Jumeirah to Palm Jabal Ali, you have an area called Jumeirah Lake Towers, Dubai Marina, the Furjan. And when you go below towards Palm Jabal Ali, then Dubai South is coming that side. Yeah. So Sharjah side is the north area, the bottom side is the south area, and then right side is the area where every new communities are coming up in, new projects are coming up. Yeah. Leading developers, like I said, at Shore, we kept the name for a reason. We wanted to come across as a very trusted player. Today there are around 500 plus developers in the market, so for you it's become quite confusing. So we decided that we'll work with only top 20, top 25 players only. Our 80% of the transactions we do with these players, then 20% with the community specific as well. And I'll give you an example here. So suppose in Kolkata, when we had, and then we asked a question there to the people, that at country level you may have DLF, Shoba, Loda, Godrej, Tata Group, and also those are country level players. So similarly here also we have country level player like Imar, Nakhil, Miras, yeah, Shoba, Dubai Properties, Aldar, and so those are country level players. Yeah. Then second track is, then you may have a location specific player. So like in case of Kolkata, they said, Sunil, it's a PS group. Yeah. And then they had shared one, two more names. So they said, Sunil, Loda and DLF is at country level, but PS group for Kolkata is a very good player. Then we said, where you will invest in Godrej or PS? They said, Sunil, I can invest in any of these projects because they are a very good developer. So then it comes the second layer, that which project of them, then the price element, then the payment plan element. Yeah. So both the tracks are possible. Some is country level, but then those are little bit on higher on the prices because they have those brand value and then they develop those communities. Then you have a community level players like PS Group in case of Kolkata. So here also you have a lot of those like areas about Furjan. So Furjan has a top three players. Marina will have a top three players. JLT will have a top three players. Yeah. So that's a track B. Track A, country level branded players. Track B, good players but a community level, and they have some advantages and disadvantages, and I'll explain you what. Yeah. So the track A, the country level players are, because of the brand value, they are little expensive. Their handover times is typically 3 to 4 years. On the contrary, to the community level good players, their handover times is around 2 years. Their prices are quite competitive. The payment plan is quite flexible. So you have both the tracks, and interestingly, we have both the set of buyers, because sometimes you will have comfort of going to track A, sometimes you would want to have a, like, I'll give an example in little more crude language. So one is Amul and second is Baskin Robinson. Yeah. So that's a kind of, so Amul is, you will find a very value provider. The Baskin Robinson is more about that fleshy, but then it has its own richness in the offerings. Yeah. So both are right, and we have a customer for both the segment. Yeah. Before we go to question element, I'll spend 1 more minute on the trust factor, that what's Dubai is doing in addition to our services of the fund transfer, mortgage element, taxation and advisory, property updates, valuation, handholding your entire journey of buy, rent, resale, whatever you want to do for your property. So we manage end to end, and with the most important factor is the trust, keeping your interest and your purpose on priority. So that's what Shore brings on the table. But I wanted to touch on the trust factor of Dubai government, what they are doing it. Like we keep getting, and in Noida, in NCR region, I have invested in 2014 with a developer called 3C Lotus. It's been now around 11, 12 years. We still haven't got the delivery. So that's what, still under the litigations is going on. Developer got defaulted, new developer is coming in and all. But here in case of Dubai, the RERA and the DLD framework are very stringent. Here we get a reminders like you need to respond in 48 hours. So here government talks in hourly basis that you need to resolve, you need to rectify your issues. So RERA is very integrated, very tough on both sides. Second, there is a government portal called DXB Interact. I'll ask my team to put the address here. And you all can track your own project, whichever project you want to invest. You can track the progress because this is the dxbinteract.com. On quarterly basis, RERA team visits that project. They share the picture, they share the update, the progress completion with respect to the committed timelines. There is a very legal document comes to you as a buyer that called sell and purchase agreement. It talks about the your interest and your obligations to the developer and your rights. Yeah. So everything is very transparent. You can see that your property was sold at what time, it got resold at, in uh, how many prices, what the per square feet, and so on and so forth. This is again, you have a Dubai Rest. So Rest is real estate. So there is a mobile application about dubailand.gov and services. Yeah. So everything is so digitally that you don't need to come here to buy, and even the resale. So recently we sold a property in Imar for our Bangalore-based investor. He's a largest rice exporter of Bangalore. Uh, I should not use his name, but then he gave me the power of attorney. Power of attorney, you know how much time it takes? 2 minutes to prepare it. The judge will call you on video. Document get prepared in English and Arabic. It's triggered from the system. You need to have passport and so on and so forth. Yeah. Perfect. So I think that's where I know the interesting part, and I keep reminding me that the interesting part is about answering your question and answer in live scenario. But before we go, some of our live sold out listings. These are the projects we have sold out across the townhouse and villa communities. You will see a lot of those projects, and top 80% of the developers. Here, let me spend 30 seconds on this slide. So the first top left, which you see, top left, yeah, the person in between is called Aarti Bagga. And if you search about her on Google, she was the makeup artist for Nisha Ambani's wedding. She was flown from Dubai, and 4 places she was taken because they had a reception at 4 places. So she's our client. You can see my picture. Here we have people from famous footballer to Google employees to CEO of a PNG, Sonali Dhawan. And I'm using her name because she has asked me that, so it's fine. Uh, these are some of our clients. Yeah, next. Here I can see the CEO from Egypt Bank. Again, people from Microsoft, Oracle, French, businessman from Canada, footballer again. Yeah, PNG employees, CEO of a Dabur, uh, Kodak, Nokia, businessman again, employees. These are some of our partnerships with the developers. Yeah, these are some of our giving and being with the society. So we keep organizing blood donation camp. This is our team in the background you are seeing. Yeah, we are proud sponsor to some of those tournaments. This is the cricket tournament we have sponsored in Dubai. This is another partnership we have entered into, a number one football club of Northeast. Yeah, so this is club called FC Imphal. It's a girls team. They are number one in the entire Northeast. Their next journey is they are now uh, will be playing for IWL, Indian Women's League. So hopefully you will see the short jersey coming on TV very soon. Yeah. This is about our Kolkata. Like I said, the road show we had in last weeks. It was a great interest from the people. Yeah, it was in ITC Sonar. This is our Guwahati. It was in Novotel. We had a lot of good interest even from them. Yeah. Reach out to our property experts. So I think let me announce, we will tackle your question and answer here as well. But in case, which we keep getting a lot of requests from the people, that in case after question and answer, if you want to connect with our team members one to one, we will have this opportunity. So let's continue for 10-15 minutes on question and answer, and then we'll also have a your individual committee, and it will be led by our sales director, Mr. Ali. So you will be able to have a live opportunity to connect with me and Mr. Ali and our team members after our 10-15 minutes of question answer session. Yeah, so whoever want to continue, that's only live connect, and then we have Mr. Ali joining us as well. Thank you, Ali. uh, let's see what questions are there, and maybe one by one we can answer to those queries.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. And we will answer all the questions now. Golden visa need to buy. Yeah, definitely you need to invest 2 million dirhams in Dubai if you're looking for the golden visa. But the good thing is you don't need to pay the complete amount. So you could pay the 24% of the amount in total, and we can process your golden visa. And we do have services in-house We delivered a lot of golden visas to our investors so far, and we don't charge any extra payment from our clients. It's more about you only need to pay the government fee.
Perfect.
What is the upper age limit for the dependent child for an Indian daughter? Okay, so in the golden visa, if your daughter and the son, they're above 23, they means the question is not completed, but let me answer it. It's more over if the kids, they are above 23, they can't get the golden visa. But on the other hand, this is the limit so far. But the kids, they shouldn't be married, they should be single. So in that category, you would able to bring them under the golden visa category. Okay, so as I said, it's 24%. It's not 14. But on the other hand, some of the people, if they are claiming it, that's not the right information. You have to pay the 24% to get eligible to get the golden visa. On the other hand, if you are buying a ready property, off-plan property, in both cases, you can do that. But on the ready properties, definitely either there are two ways. One way is to get the mortgage. If you're getting the mortgage, definitely the bank needs to pay the 80% of the amount, or the different depending upon your conditions as well. But on the off-plan, 24%, and ready property, definitely we need to pay the 100% of the amount to get the golden visa.
Here, I'll just add my answer for you. What Mr. Ali is saying is normally, typically, the payment plan which kept from the developer is 20%, but then you can get a flexibility about begin and book the property and sign the reservation agreement with 10 plus 4%, 14%. Then another 10% you will have a payment plan maybe after 30 days. Yeah. So with that clubbing of 24%, so Mr. Ali is little more direct that 24%, but then there can be a flexibility of 30 days. So once you pay 14%, 280K, and then 30 days in meanwhile your pre-title deed will process, and then you pay another 30%, so another 10%, so that becomes the 24%. Yeah. Next question, Mr. Joshi. If I invest in commercial, will I be entitled to golden visa? Sir Joshi, sir, yes. Dubai government says that this golden visa is connected to the investment, irrespective of the commercial or residential or retail or whatever you buy. Yes, you will get it. Even there are another category wherein they said you can put even 2 million dirhams in the bank account. So what Dubai government is saying, you bring that 2 million dirham irrespective. Yeah, but real estate gives you that flexibility. You don't need to bring 2 million on day one. Yeah, so that's a flexibility, but irrespective of the पैसा लाओ सर बाकी सब हो जाएगा. So that's how it
And,
is.
and one more thing, which I really wanted to highlight regarding the golden visa, more than 158,000 golden visa has been issued in Dubai, and that's something very interesting for the Dubai and the investors as well, because every property that cost 2 million. So means those people, they are not willing to sell their property, and the people, they believe and they really wanted to move here, they really wanted to get their residency in Dubai, and this inventory is gone from the market, and that affects the prices in the market as well, because that particular people, they don't want to sell their property, even though if you are selling your property and you have the golden visa, so you do have 60 days to buy another property and transfer that golden visa to a new property as well.
Perfect. So I think the grace is not 30 but 60 days. So which is good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Mr. Ravi, sir, if I buy 900K dirham property, what visa I will get? Sir, there is a category of investor visa as well. Yeah, but then normally what people do is when they think about Dubai, then and if the visa is connected, then they go for golden visa as a connect. But in the 900,000 dirham, you may get, or if you want to top up some more amount, you can get even one bedroom apartment. And the beauty here is, suppose you buy one bedroom for around 1.1, 1.2 now, and after 6 months you buy maybe around 7, 800 or 900,000 studio again. So once that 2 million gets connected, you become eligible for golden visa again. Yeah, so it can be even club, but then the owner name should be the same. Whoever buy, whoever want to buy, the property value or property can be bought even by two or three people together as well. But in that case, the price will be distributed. So suppose if you buy a 2 million dirham property and if you are husband and wife, which means then it will be counted as a 1 million only. Or if you are two friends, then also it will be counted 1 million only. But if it's a 4 million dirham property and if your two friends are buying, then 2 million comes to each, and then each friend can apply for their golden visa for their individual family members. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
Ali.
regarding Mr. Vijay, yes, we do have the programs where we do have guaranteed ROI. Most of the times, a lot of developers they are not offering it. As a sure real estate, we don't recommend sometimes, but if the developers they do have the credibility, definitely we suggest that. There are developers in the market they do have the good credibility. They are offering between 7.5 up to 10% guaranteed returns for the 10 years of time frame, and after 10 years you do have the choice to buy back. They could buy back from you as well. On the other hand, those are ready properties. You can, or if they are off plan as well, you could pay the complete amount. From that day you will start getting your 10% up 7 to 7.5 up to the 10%. So there are a few programs. Only the drawback is you have to pay the complete amount 100% to get the property. So there are, we can discuss if you want. We do have over team members, even though we can discuss with you on the one-on-one sessions as well. So we can present you a couple of options, but there are some of them we don't recommend, right? So yeah.
And I'll just add here why Mr. Ali is saying some of them we don't recommend is, sir, what happens typically if somebody is giving you guaranteed returns, and we keep hearing in the world there is nothing called guarantee in the world. Yeah. So if they are putting you some kind of guaranteed ROI, which mean directly or indirectly they have may have built the product cost itself considering the financing or the ROI element. So that's why I think Ali said some of the projects or developer we may not recommend. But then yes, if that's a main attraction, then we can discuss some of those good options. Mr. Banerjee, sir, looks like you are from West Bengal. I think I missed meeting you. When we invest in starting ticket size goal as a return, what happens after delivery? How much time it takes to resale? I see some distress sell in portal. Okay. Banerjee, sir, I think it's a very good point. Sir, what happens is, and if you remember, I told about the sure real estate that for us, you and your purpose is very, very important. What happens, sir, when you have a 500 developers in the market and everything looks great on social media, and when agency push you a product which may not be good for you but good for them in terms of their own developer commission, then I think that value proposition will not bring you the desired results. Yeah. And if you remember, I also mentioned here in our conversation that the developer may be good, but if the developer has 10 projects and out of 10 if only 3 are good, so that due diligence needs to happen. So if you go in an area which is still not coming up, if you go in unbranded developers, or if you go with a good developer but wherein the supply has been huge, then so that project or the price will remain in some kind of a pressure. That's why it will show you sometime on the distress sale. There are two property portals very active in Dubai. Like in India, we have 99 acres and Magic Bricks and all. Here you can find the propertyfinder.com. Our team can write those website address for you. And then you have Bayut, BAYUT.com. Yeah. So these are the two property portals. You can do your own search and then you will also come to the same conclusion that if the developer is not good or the project location may not be good or some mistake will be there while choosing the property, and that's why the or maybe the resale time is not right for that product, right? Like in India we say that the product should get ripened. Yeah. If you pluck that mango before it becomes yellow, then obviously the taste will not be that sweet. So that hand holding, that guidance needs to come into the investor, and I think that's what is missing. But sure brings you all across advisory on the table.
And one more thing I really wanted to add. In terms of the distress deals, definitely there are a lot of people. They have life, a lot of ups and downs and circumstances. They are changing. One of my guy from India, he invested in 4 properties in one of the area called Maidan. Very sound party. The guy, he really wanted to resell it, but at a particular stage, his father, he was sick enough. So he called me. He said, Ali, I really wanted to sell it as soon as possible. I need that money in. Means within 2 or 3 days. So that is called the distress deal. But that is distress deal for the investor. But for the guy who's selling it, that's a disaster, right? So means definitely there are few. On the other hand, as a sure real estate, we do our own due diligence in terms of supply and demand.
Yeah.
And if we are talking about certain areas, there are more than 65,000 units that are coming in. So, which you guys are not aware about, but we do our own due diligence. On the other hand, the same property prices, everything is same, payment plan is same. On the other area, only 15,000 units they are coming in, or the total number of units, they're only 18,000. So we position our clients and the investors on the basis of logic, on the basis of numbers, where we are safeguarding them. Where do you need to invest in? And that is our goal, to give you the right numbers. Most of the people, they are buying because they like, let's suppose, one of the developer, so they want that. So but on the other hand, it's not all about the developer. It's not all about something that is looking very fancy. It's more about, that's your hard earned money which you need to put in, and you're trusting one of the broker in Dubai. There are 90,000 brokers, by the way, guys, in Dubai. So means it's very difficult to find the honest people as well. So fine, it's just like a doctor. You're going to the doctor and he's giving you the medicine, so you need to trust them. So we do our due diligence in terms of putting your investment in Dubai, and we take full responsibility of it. If you want to flip it, we will flip it. If you want to get the higher returns, we will do it. If you want to do the property management, we will do it. So means we have one-stop solution for the property related matters.
Perfect. Sachin sir, Sachin Shah sir, which means you are nearby to Gujarat. I stayed in Gujarat sir for 5 years with Amul and Reliance Industries. Coming back 1 year back, flood had impacted Dubai badly. So what if any next? Very good point, sir. So in last 70 years, one time flood had impacted, but then the beauty is Dubai was up and running back in 3 days. This, so first of all, we need to see that when a particular city, they haven't seen that heavy rainfall for 70 years, somebody will not bring in those infrastructure. Yeah, because they haven't seen that happening. There was no reference point for designing the city in that manner. Yeah, but then when it came, instead of that, it was not designed and they were not prepared. They have done so much of efforts, 24 hours in a day, and in 3 days Dubai was up and running across. So yes, you are right, but then it can happen anywhere. But then yes, Dubai is a place, and as a result, if you have seen the news after that, Dubai government has announced 1 billion dirham of projects to manage that it doesn't happen after. They have announced that all the future projects which will have those kind of elements to take care of something. So that's Dubai. Yeah. You announce in 1 week, every infrastructure, every governance, every framework is in place for next. So I think that's the best part of this. Yeah.
Dubai is a desert, right? So means they were never ever prepared for the flood and all that. But as you said, they're well prepared. They're back on feet. They really want to tackle it in a very good way. So that is something that can be happen anywhere in the world, even though the country like US. So the floods they are coming in. So a lot of developers in Dubai, they announced the free maintenance of the houses and the communities. So that's the beauty of the buy. Right?
True. You want to take this, Ali? 1%.
Is there any scheme where investor can pay 1% per month on the property price to buy? Yes, Mr. Sachin, there are in terms of the 1% payment plan. you only need to pay the 10% or 14% of the down payment, and the rest of the payments you can pay in 1% payment plan. On the other hand, we do have some of the project in Dubai where you could get the handover, and within the next 3 to 4 years of time frame, you can pay to the developer. So we do have this, and if you want to discuss that, we can book one-on-one session with you to present you the different projects in Dubai. There is two.
Banavi, sir, there is a 2-year visa for 700,000, which is the investor visa. Can we decide when we apply, when we can apply? Maybe after buying the property, or I would want that visa. Sir, Banerjee sir, it's up to us. What Dubai government says is once you have that property value, once you get the pre-title deed, you are eligible to apply next day. Yeah. If we want to apply after 6 months, after 1 year, until you keep that investment value intact, no problem. Abhijit sir decides when he want to apply the visa and when he want to come to Dubai. So your decision, your plan, sir. Yeah, but we'll be happy to be part of the journey, for sure. Yeah,
Did we get the
Ranga,
home
yeah, Ali, go ahead.
Did we get the home loan for Indian citizen? If yes, how? Okay. So what happens if you're living in India, we can help you out to get the mortgage. On the other hand, you need to pay the 50% of the amount, and the 50% of the amount we can lend from the bank. That's not a problem, depending upon your financial strength. Back in India, we need only your passport, your 3 months of salary, certificates, and the utility bill. So what we used to do, we submit this to the bank, and we will get the approval for it. And after that, you can choose any property and you can buy. So means 50-50. That is something that we are looking at, and we have done it for a lot of our clients in Dubai so far.
Yeah. We got sir in-house mortgage consultant as well. We have partnered with some of those agencies, so they will reach out to you, understand your financial requirement. The Indian bank will not finance for you in India, but then you have an Indian bank in here as well as a lot of international and local banks. So everybody will do, but then bank should be best in Dubai. So if you want to do, for example, from ICICI, they will not do, HDFC will not do, but Bank of Baroda has a branch, but then you have other 15 banks as well. So the limit is 50%. 50% cash contribution will need to come from you. Only thing is funding and financing happens only on ready properties. So that's the, yeah, perfect. Mr. KP, are INR cash accepted, and what are the Investment Protection Act? Okay. So the cash, what happens is the cash can be managed in terms of how it comes to Dubai. So there are various ways. Yeah, you including have a banking route through which you can invest up to $250,000 per year, which means around 1 million dirham, around 2.5 cr. So there are ways, but if you have higher investment amount, so that also can be managed. No worries at all. Investment Protection Act is very, very simple. Like I said, you have a here RERA, you have a DLD framework, yeah, and then you have a sell and purchase agreement. So that supports you from the government perspective, from the project progression perspective, and the delivery of that asset perspective. Everything. So SPA, sell and purchase agreement, is around 30-page document. It has developers obligation and your own rights and so on and so forth. Very, very, like I said, here you get a um, here you get a notices and SMS from the government on hourly basis that you need to respond in 24 hours. Yeah. You also have a DXB Interact kind of a portal, which is the government portal. You can see everything is happening on the digital platform. You will be seeing quarterly updates of the progress. You just put a project name. You will be see what is the percentage completion, what has been the transactions in that project, which unit number got sold at what property, which unit number got resold at what properties, how much property price appreciation in terms of percentage happened, everything. So that's a transparency, and that's a some of the uh, mechanics is there for investors trust. Yeah. Ranga sir, what is the rental income we will get? For example, if I invest 2 CR, how much money and average rental I'll get? Sir, approximate, like we said, our rental returns are to the tune of 6 to 7%. But it depends. If you are planning to buy in holiday home kind of a concept, then returns can be up to double digit 10 to 12%. Or if you buy only for the long lease, you think that Sunil, I don't want to take daily basis hassle. Yeah, the holiday homes, I don't like this as a concept. And annual lease is there for 12 months, then around 6%, because there is also maintenance cost. So whatever we are saying, it's a net, because that's what comes to you at the end of the day. Yeah. Ali, you want to?
Yes. So that is 23 years for if you're talking about dependent children in Dubai. So it means you could sponsor them, they can live with you. And most of the people, what they are doing, if they're 22 or 23, 24, so they start their own job, they can get the freelancer visas as well. So there are a lot of more opportunities. A lot of my friends, they do have the different type of visas. So they start doing some work out there. So it means some of the students, if they are studying, so it means the universities, they are giving them the student visas. So there are a lot of other ways to live with them. You can live with your kids and all that. So that's 23.
Yeah. Shah, sir, in case of rental income for investor, how to get that income tax free to India? Okay. Sir, normally what happens is, here you do not have any capital gain or any taxation in part of Dubai, but our 90% of investors, what they do is, because the rental return, and they keep coming back to. So like I said, that Bangalore investor, so we also have his property for rental. He's coming here on 3rd of October with the family. So they say, okay, Sunil bhai, chalo itna paisa aa raha hai, I'll reinvest this money, or give me that, this is my holiday expenses for the family. And also a lot of ways people use it. But in case you want to get back to the India, and if the amount is super big and you want that it should come back, then people choose the route of opening of a company, and then company invest that money back in India. So there are a lot of mechanics are there, yeah, depending on the size and a lot of those elements. So we can have your independent discussion with our financial advisor as well as needed. Yeah.
And one more thing, that is a very common practice over most of the investors they are doing. They're opening up their own company, right? So means that government, they're not aware this company is owned by whom. So they're using those cards if they're doing for the shopping, the payments, and all that stuff back in India, and they are just paying the exchange rate. So it means they're not paying any taxes, even though they are buying it. Everything is very fine, and they are in India. They're using that money because if you're talking about income, means it could be a different property, different, as Sunil said, different level. But you can utilize that money without paying any taxes. It's an exchange rate only you need to pay.
True.
Mm.
GK Joshi said it is 10-year as ceiling, or we can extend the golden visa. Sir, as for the guidelines is for 10 year, but it would get renewed. Yeah. So at the end of the year, like I said, if you keep that investment value intact, yeah, irrespective in different forms, then this will get renewed for another 10 years. So no need to worry about this.
What is the minimum amount of the lot of on the first time investors? Okay. So limit, so there is no limit, but the minimum, recently Dubai, they also announced tokenization as well. Even though if you really wanted to invest 5,000 dirhams as well, you could get a share of it. So means if we are talking about the real property, 100% your ownership, we are looking at least 500 to 600,000, but I'm talking about very small studio. But on the other hand, how much you are going to invest is 500 or 600 or 700,000, you would able to get a certain amount of the rental income if we're talking about the ready. And if we're talking about off-plan property, you could get the capital appreciation from 8% to the 12%, depending upon the which area you are investing in.
Right. Ankur sir, is there any assured returns? Ali, you want to take up? You mentioned
Is
about
there
it.
any assured rental? If yes, then how much? Okay. In terms of the surety of the rental amounts, a lot of our clients, they are making above 10%, but depending, they invested back in 2021, 22, and 23. So they got their handovers back in 2023. Now the rentals, they're increasing by 22% every single year. So those people, they are super happy that we invested in that time. But the question arises, where do we need to invest in? So that's the bigger part of it. When it comes to a surety of the rentals, it's moreover, as Sunil said, 6 to 6.5. But if you are looking at the off-plan properties in the areas the infrastructure is not ready, you can wait. You don't need to pay the complete amount. That is the advantage. Payment plan, just follow the payment plan, wait for next 2 to 3 years. The area will develop, the infrastructure will come in, the metro, the schools, the malls, might be airport. So that will give you more rental returns once you would able to get your property in 2027 or 2028, where you paid only the 50% off or 60% off the property purchase or the value, and the 50% you could take the mortgage and whatever. So the surety is, there's no surety, it's more about the strategy. So surety is more over 6 to 6.5 or 7. But if we will put our investment in the right place on the right time, you could go up to 10 to 12%, depending upon different scenarios of your appetite for the investment.
True. Venki sir, are you from Chennai or Bangalore side? Because I had another client as well from these two cities. India charging 20% transaction about 10 lakhs. Any work around? Sir, work around is there for sure. Like I said, $250,000 now they have kept the limit, sir. That $250,000, which means it becomes 1 CR, and then those 20% comes in. So now until 1 CR, you don't need to worry on the workaround. But if it goes beyond then we have a workaround. So like I said, we have an mortgage and financial consultant. But then it's easy to manage if it's go beyond 1 CR per year. Some of my clients also do that. If Sunil, if they want to pump in 2 CR per year, then they put two friends or two names, husband and wife. So each person get that 1 CR as an eligibility window. So it becomes, now there is no 20% for the 10 lakhs value. It's raised to 1 CR.
And recently, one of our client, if last year, I think so, his name is, I don't want to say, but the 4 family members, they transferred 250,000, right? 4 of them. So means that we got the money, everything is done from the same family member. They transfer that money, and from there and then we purchase the property, not under the name of the 4 of them, under the name of the father, right? So means there are a lot of things we can talk about, and we can help you out in that. Tier 1 700K property, I will not get a golden visa, or is there any possibility? So you only need to put 50,000 dirhams more. But if we're talking about the tier 1, unfortunately, no, we don't have anything in the tier 1 stage. Means if you're talking about the tier 1, you are referring to Imar, you're referring to might be downtown, Business Bay, or these areas. But tier 1 might be it's a developer, or tier 1 if you're referring to Marina, if you're talking to downtown and all that stuff, all those areas. So that is something we need to talk about. But in terms of off-plan properties, tier 1 or ready properties in 700K in Dubai, unfortunately, that is not possible right at the moment. Second part of the question is, I will not be getting a golden visa, or there any possibility. So for that, you have to invest 2 million dirhams in Dubai. But if you want to get a golden visa, so you can buy a 2 million dirhams of property, but buy off-plan, pay the 20%, 24% of the amount, right? And then we can process your golden visa. But it's moreover, you need to consider a 2 million dirhams of property. You cannot get anything and any golden visa in Dubai without reaching that particular value.
Ashish sir, small connect here is, I think you are from northern part of India. Sir, just consider this. For example, you have a DLF in NCR, yeah, and in your own city, you would also have one developer who is superb in terms of the quality, in terms of their delivery time, their assurance, in the value resale. So you may not need to go to the tier one like DLF. Yeah, first of all, DLF may not be available in your city, but then for you, what should make sense is your budget, your investment goals, and and still we can achieve those purpose within that segment. So that's why you need to have two tracks. Yeah. Instead of tier one, tier two, consider it as two tracks. Yeah, because tier two will give you a little lower feeling, right? So it's not tier two per se, but it's a different tracks. Yeah. Whatever is your choice and budget, I think that should be our priority instead of thinking in different manner. Yeah. Next, I can see one question from Kumar Singh. Okay. For the six location mentioned in the presentation, which is the best to invest for two-bedroom apartment? Sir, I would say there are two, three areas which we can suggest, depending on the horizon. So if you are saying, Sunil, my purpose is I would want to buy and maybe resell in 1.5 to 2 years or near handover, then would suggest you maybe the Dubai land the DLRC side area is also good, or the Furjan side is also good. There would be little price variation. DLRC is still warming up, so you can get two-bedroom apartment at around 1.5 million dirham. But if your visa, if your connect is also the golden visa, then buy in Furjan. So it would be at around 1.8 to 2 million. So the purpose should define. DLRC little lower investment, but then golden visa may not happen because the price is this. Furjan on contrary is settled. Price will be little higher and may also get a golden visa. But would suggest you to go in off plan in case your purpose is pure investment returns. Yeah. There is a follow-up question as well. Okay. Can you give idea how much would be the initial investment two-bedroom part? Suppose I will invest on off plan. Okay. So things are like I said, in case of DLRC, which is Dubai Land Residential Complex, around 1.5 million, and Furjan is around 1.8 million kind of a price, 1.8 to 1.9. Like Ali said, in 1 month of time you will need to pay 24%, but booking can happen even with 10 plus for 14%. So if we say 1.8, then 24% of that you need to be ready in 30 days, and we can move forward depending on your budget and connect to the golden visa. So but then yeah, both the areas are good to begin with. Next. 23 days, but presentation slide shows. Okay. So I think that we can revalidate, sir. The age is 23 years only. So it's a good observation. We'll ask our team to amend this. It looks to be typo error. Yeah.
And one more thing, for the age, it is 23, and definitely a lot of people, they are facing a lot of issues, and they, as a golden visa, because this is a different state, so they are very open to each and everything. For the daughters, if they're not married, so they said, okay, that's fine, there is no limit. If they will get married, so definitely they need to reduce it. And recently they also said might be they will push this to the 25 years as well for the sons.
Right.
So means if there is any typo in our presentation, definitely we will validate it.
Manoj sir, is in Dubai Investment Protection Act? I mean, there is some kind of a connected question.
Protection Act, sir, I think so. In terms of, if it seems like you are a lawyer. If you are, definitely as a consultant, definitely we do have procedures, and each and everything is there. If you're talking about the exact article and all that stuff, we can reconnect with you. Means on that. But on the other hand, but you need to understand one thing. Dubai government is taking your money, right, and they are giving to the developer. So means you're not paying like India, you're paying to the developer, so there is no government involved. So you are paying to the government, and the government is going to release that money to the developer depending upon the construction stage. So that is the protection which I can assure you in Dubai. So the government is involved.
Yes, and just to connect on this, it's a very good point Ali brought in. So what happens is, particularly because for ready property, so it's fine. You have a ready property, you are getting the key, you are giving money to the seller. But in under construction property, the money goes through the escrow route. So there is an escrow account for every project, and that's a government account for that particular project. So this money goes to that account, then gets released, and even there, first 30% of the project, first 30% of the money gets holded back with that government account only. So when you pay 40th percent, then 10% goes to the developer. When you pay 50%, then the 20%. So first 30% is on hold with the government manage the bank account for that particular project. So in case suppose that project doesn't kick off, or you are not finding that progress in terms of commitment level of the developer, you can claim from the government, and then government still has that money of 30% of that entire project. So a lot of those safety nets are created for your own interest, and that's the reason 70% of investment in real estate is coming from outsiders. So there may be a lot of those elements already in place. Yeah. Yeah.
Which place is good for the investment in terms of the ROI and the rental yield? Investment amount would be 1.5 to 2.5. So if you're talking about the off plan, definitely we suggest those areas where the infrastructure is not ready, where the Dubai government, they already initiated the mega projects. So that is something as an opportunity investors, you can park your money out there. On the other hand, if you're talking about ready properties, they are, Al Furjan is one of the best one. Then we do have the different areas, depending upon if you're talking about 1.5 to 2.5 cr, that is around about 1,750,000 to 1 million dirhams. So we are looking at the one bedrooms. Wherever you are going to invest in ready, 6.5% to 7% returns you will get, and the capital appreciation is depending upon which area we are focusing on. Place
Yeah.
like Dubai South, Al Furjan, you have mentioned in your time. Okay. Dubai South is one of the key area where most of the investors they are looking at, because of the one of the biggest airport that is coming up. They initiated each and everything. By 2030 that will be fully operated. So that is the area, I think. So we can book a Zoom call with you. We can explain you. We have a complete report with data, each and everything. We can present it to you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
23, I heard of you, Emirati, that get free land and house.
Yes, sir. They are because they are Emirati. It's more about, it's a kingdom. It's not a republic. So they facilitate them. They do have their own people. On the housing part, they get the free land from, if they are turning to 22 or 21. So they give free land to them, and they give them loans to build it without any interest, because the population is only 10%, as Sunil said. So means for them it's very easy to facilitate those people.
And yeah, it's also about, sir, taking care of their own people. Yeah, the
True.
country is everything. They are growing, they are learning from the expats. Yeah, so in that process, yeah, because here if you see, all the business houses are of outsiders,
Hmm.
hospitals are from outsiders, education institutions are from outsiders. Yeah, so obviously they don't mind the growing and supporting to other nationalities, and which is happening on the ground. But in addition to that, they're also taking care of their own people. So but then for experts, they have all the frameworks which is the best in class and best in the world. Yeah, so it's not that they are not taking a taxation from their people, but then taking taxation from other people, right? So it's just a little support, which is good.
And that is the reason there is no racism over here.
No.
The people they
Right.
respect, right? So there is no crime rate. They don't fight with each other. In US, Canada, that's a different story.
Absolutely. Kumar sir, when is the other property show in India? Sir, where you stay? We'll come to. If you offer us a dinner, we'll come, sir. We have a property show on every 6 weeks in some another cities of India. So for sure, our socials will be updated accordingly. But yes, so what we do is we have those social media campaign, then we connect with the through the webinar with you, and then the next stage is those road shows as well. But like Ali said again and again, in case you want to have one-to-one discussion with any of the team member, feel free to reach out. We'll have a qualified agent connecting with you on that. Yeah. Amit Daya sir, why not? This PPT is for all of you people only, sir. Manan Dave sir, for sure, for sure. Sharing Shetgar sir. Sir, are you from Maharashtra side? But please, no, I think Shetgar sir, I think maybe from South India as well. But please explain commercial property, any location. Sir, commercial property, like I said, Dubai is known for creating that entire ecosystem. So wherever you have residential, you have a commercial. Yeah. But then the good thing is you have a demarcated places. So it's not that where you have a residential, which means residential. Some of those areas are demarcated in that manner as well. So across Dubai, you can get the commercial element. Only thing is commercial rates are little on higher side. So that comes to around 2,000 to 3-4,000 per square feet, depending on the location and those things. But basis of your purpose, your budget, your timelines, like Ali said, we can have you a dedicated person connecting with you to understand your plans, and accordingly we can pitch it. Yeah.
I think so. We don't have any other question. Feasible. Okay. So what we can do. So many immigrants can come to Dubai, and members feel that you are numbered. Okay. So there is one more comment, but Mr. Venicky, what we can do, we can book an one-on-one Zoom call, right, with you if you want, right now. I mean, so we're team members, they are there, and they can help you out in this. And the people they have more questions and everything, we're happy to answer them. Our team is ready. We can connect with you right away. You can spend 20-30 minutes to get more information. And one more thing which I really wanted to explain, it's moreover, it's not all about we sell, we force you to buy. We teach you how to buy, right? That is the most fundamental thing in shore real estate. And we don't have liking and disliking of any developer, any area. It's moreover, if the number makes sense, we will offer to you. If not, we will not going to do it. This is the first webinar. We can have another Zoom call with you. It could take around about 3 to 4 Zoom calls to give you the basic knowledge what is going on in Dubai. And we don't discuss the same things because this webinar is giving you the basic information. So over there, we will give you numbers, where do you need to invest in? Let's talk about the map. Where is the map? Where do you need to invest in? How many units there are coming up? So means we can tailor made each and everything for you as per your appetite. If you guys are still have any question, you can put it in the comment box. Our technical team, they will revert you to the team member, and you can talk to them. They will answer all the questions as well.
Perfect. I think there was a question about that, the
Sure.
webinar recording. So yes, it would be coming back to every one of you, sir. Ankur sir, thank you so much. As we are about to conclude, we have a 30 to 60 seconds of a video for you just about Shore and what's happening in here. Last thing from my side, whenever you get time, please go on our social media page, follow us so that you'll keep being aware about what are those upcoming details are coming in. And this is our contact details. We'll also ask our team to have a Google feedback link for all of you, so that please share your inputs and feedback. And in any way, if we can improve from our side for this transactions, why not? This is our if you we can request you, if you want to take this 30 second of time in meanwhile you see the video, please follow us and also give us your feedback, so it can be a win-win journey for all of us. Great. We are ready with the Shore video, please. Perfect, perfect. So I think in between, we were just getting some of the feedback that people wanted to reach out to us for one-to-one discussions. So feel free. We have our team members in case you, because this was the feedback even came from our various road shows that Sunil, my budget numbers are different. Yeah, I don't want to discuss in public about my own plans and all. So fair enough. We respect this. And for any of the details query, feel free, just type in message here, whoever want to. It may take 15-30 minutes of your time now, just for a little more connect, and then we'll connect with you just now in another 5 minutes. So if you have that time of around 30 minutes with you, I will ask you to reach out to our team and then just drop in the message from your side that you want to have some more time from dedicated team members, and why not? That would be an honor from our side. So I think whoever wants to join, please type the message. We'll get those notes. We'll get your contact details just now and give us 5 minutes. We'll allocate and some of our dedicated member will reach out to you with the Google Meet link. Yeah. I think Ali, you are muted.
Yeah, so already you guys spent, thank you so much for spending 1 hour and 40 minutes with us. So, on the other hand, definitely if you don't want to do it now, if you want to schedule it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next week, it's up to you. So, it's not mandatory that you want to do it now. We are ready. If you are ready as well to spend 30, 40 minutes with us, why not?
Perfect. So I think that session part will do one-on-one, Michelle.
Yeah.
But then just to summarize for now, Sachin sir, or the sir will our team will reach out to you shortly in 5 minutes. But for now, I think last thing from my side is thank you so much for and we keep talking that the most important gift anybody can give us is the time. So thank you so much for your valuable time. It's been a great connecting with you. Thank you so much. And I keep telling to people that irrespective of the region, yeah, it's not that only on the real estate only we can connect with you. I keep telling to people that for whatever reason you or your network of friends come to Dubai, and even if they want to inquire Sunil which restaurant we should go, feel free. We are your representation. We are representing you from India, and will take care that your journey irrespective of real estate, yeah, it goes in very smooth manner for Dubai. So that's how it is to summarize. And thank you once again for your time. Have a lovely evening ahead. And like Ali said, if you want to connect now or next 2-3 days, basis of your convenience, please stay connected and we'll be happy to be part of your journey. Yeah.
Okay. I think so, Mr. Sachin. What we are going to do, we are going to send you another link, and then we will talk over there. Thank you.